person appearance for Tyler Robinson, who's accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk during a campus event in September. Judge Tony Graff sending the public and reporters out of the courtroom for a closed part of the session.
This is because I need to hear what should or should not be sealed or protected.
One issue the judge is considering whether transcripts from a previous closed hearing in October will be released. Robinson has not yet entered a plea. He's being allowed to wear civilian clothes in court with shackles hidden from the cameras. A second grand jury declines to indict New York's Attorney General, who had been facing mortgage fraud charges before a judge threw out the original indictments against Letitia James and former FBI Director James Comey, finding the federal prosecutor who brought the cases was not legally appointed. Last week, a grand jury in Norfolk, Virginia, rejected the Justice Department move to re-indict James. Now a jury in Alexandria has made the same decision. A Democrat proposal to extend Obamacare subsidies fails to advance in the Senate.
Now Republicans have all but guaranteed that tens of millions of people will see their premiums double or triple or more next year.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, after a Republican alternative using health savings accounts was also blocked by Democrats.
Democrats are now pretending they want a solution to this issue, but they created the problem.
White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt says Republicans are coming up with creative solutions. Just getting word of a gas explosion in a San Francisco Bay Area neighborhood, damaging several homes and sending 6 people to the hospital after a utility company says construction workers damaged an underground gas line. New highs on Wall Street. The Dow up 646 points at the bell to a record close. America is listening to Fox News.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
A man accused of threatening to kill federal agents is indicted in Oklahoma.
The unsealed indictment shows 26-year-old Logan Murfin accused of 5 counts of threatening to assault and murder federal law enforcement officers with intent to impede, intimidate, interfere, and retaliate. Another 5 counts of interstate communication with a threat to injure. That from federal prosecutors in the Northern District of Oklahoma, who tell Fox News that Murfin knowingly posted several threatening and intimidating statements on social media in October against ICE agents amid ongoing immigration action. No word if Murfin is being represented. Homeland Security is investigating the case. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
A new report suggests a growing threat from artificial intelligence being used to steal from small businesses.
Wednesday, the Identity Theft Resource Center released this annual report. The nonprofit surveyed 662 small business owners or executives. They found that 81% of small businesses reported suffering a security breach, a data breach, or both in the past year. And get this, AI-powered attacks were identified as a root cause more than 40% of the time. James Lee also says criminals can use AI to analyze the data they steal.
All this information about us and these data breaches can now be analyzed the same way a business analyzes its marketing data.
Adding to a growing list of concerns.
Josh Rosenthal of Fox TV affiliate WTTG in D.C. Researchers also finding more than a third of small business leaders reported raising prices due to the financial impact of the incidents. Recapping Wall Street, the Dow up 646 points, closing at 48,704. That's a new record. The S&P also with a record close, up 14 points, topping 6,900 during the session. Elise Brady, Fox News.
with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Pete Thamel says the firing is set to be for cause.
Uh-oh.
That means there's something
happened.
something beyond the books.
Something happened.
That has gone down.
Yeah,
and I don't know, man.
When you hear those words, if you ever see someone that was, quote, fired for cause, that's so you don't have to pay them, too.
Sharon Moore, the new head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. He was the interim head coach for a whole lot of games. So he is also a national champion, and he'll wave to the crowd.
So whatever money he was owed, whatever, I don't know what the contract is. We can look that up here in just a moment. Again, this is just breaking right now that Sharon Moore was fired from Michigan. Whatever that contract was, if they fired him for cause, then Michigan did that so they don't have to pay him a penny.
Do you think Lane Kiffin will go to Michigan?
I don't know, man. This Lane Kiffin can't ever win a big game, can't get it done,
UM head football coach Sharon Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately following a university investigation. Credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. So here we go. That is the statement from Michigan. That is not hyperbole. That's not speculation. That is what the university has put out. And boy, this has all happened really, really fast.
With an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. And I promise you, we will smash. Thank you very much.
Oh, no.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. What?
I had never heard that sound
What? You haven't
before.
Oh, I know you haven't. But that's why I get to do the digging around here.
What an unfortunate press conference line.
Yeah, that was from about 6 months ago, Sharon Moore, when he was introduced as the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines.
And smash he did.
He sure did, sir. Right
Allegedly.
Right out of a job. Yeah, what a mess. And a lot has unfolded since we had the news break here on The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. Also, hey, real quick, got to introduce our guy Cooper Kelly is in the studio with us as well from the Champagne Room. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. Coop's going to be a part of the show on and off going forward and in an intern role, so that's pretty cool to have him, and he does a great job with the Champagne Room. And we were kind of throwing in this together the last time you were here, man, and did a segment together, and it went very, very well. So you, who do a great job covering Illini athletics, what was your initial reaction when you heard the Moore news yesterday? Was it like everybody else was just wow, or like, oh, of course?
I was more shocked, honestly. I mean, looking at it from a Michigan fan standpoint, too, if you think about them, I don't know how they're reacting either, because from what I've seen on social media, it doesn't seem like they're insanely upset, which is kind of weird.
One of the interesting things, Evan, that I have seen come out of this is reporters that cover Michigan have been saying things like, well, yeah, this has been rumored among players and staff for the better part of a year, since at least 2024 is something that I have seen online.
Oh, my gosh.
And another clip that's made the rounds is he's at one of the high school games or something like that, and he does a wave like, hey, yeah, I'm here. And we can say the woman's name that is alleged to be involved with this is Paige Shiver. That was the assistant to Sharon Moore. She's there with him. And that clip has made the rounds all over the socials. And in that clip, he looks like, man, I really wish there wasn't a camera here right now. And I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just saying, like, it's bad.
It is an absolute mess. Like, I don't really even know what other words to say, because it is an absolute mess, but also not incredibly surprising up there in the Northern School of Michigan. I mean, it's a whole program, athletic department, that doesn't seem to necessarily care about being tip-top.
Well, that's just it. This is not a rare thing for Michigan athletics, especially over the last few years. You could look at the hockey program that's had issues. Football's certainly had its issues, even as recently with Harbaugh, right? Like, that's...
Well, covering for also, what's-his-face, for just smacking Greg Gard and then running away. Juwan Howard, and letting him keep a job. It's just never really been... Again and again, we've said this so many times. It just makes me so thankful for who our administration, our bosses, the people leading our ship here at the great University of Illinois. I'm so thankful that we have Josh Whitman.
Well, he's not my boss, but I do like Whitman.
he can be my boss.
Is he
if
your
he would
boss?
like.
I feel like he, in a way, he kind of probably is.
Josh, you want to sponsor the show?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Is that allowed?
Sure.
All right.
The What's Up with Whitman segment brought to you by Whitman every weekday on the drive.
What's up with Whitman?
How about
He
that?
would hate that.
I thought of that right now. What's up with Whitman? What's wrong with that? That's pretty good. What's up with Whitman?
217 texter. My thoughts on the Michigan situation. That's a shame.
Yeah. There is someone who covers Michigan athletics, and he does a fantastic job. He's been doing it for a long time. He's a writer named John Ubacon. And John has been making the rounds.
Sounds like a Union general.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that's a guy that could be your boss. And mine, too. I'd be all right. Who's your boss? John Ubacon.
John Ubacon.
Well, John's a longtime author as well. He's covered Michigan athletics for a very, very long time. And he did an interview with the Fox affiliate up in Detroit. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing for you, but I want to play you a couple of chunks because it really speaks to the heart of the matter, and it's also just sort of the latest on all this as it stands right now. So give this a listen. I want to get your feedback, all right?
John, first and foremost, what do we know right now? Why is Sharon Moore at the Washtenaw County Jail?
Well, to work it backwards, he and this employee at the Michigan football building were investigated by the University of Michigan this summer. Both denied any relationship, but that story changed yesterday morning when she went on the Hill, as we say, the administration office, with the receipts, the text messages, the emails, documents, and so on, laying out the details of their relationship and the conflicts thereof. And that, of course, resulted in Sharon Moore being fired. The Regents and the president had enough. Ward Manuel himself fires Sharon Moore sometime after noon yesterday, one-on-one in their office. After that, this is where we're getting to your part. He broke into the employee's home in Pittsfield Township, which is between Ann Arbor and Saline, Michigan. Grabbed a knife, apparently, and threatened to harm her and harm himself. And that's when he became into protective custody in Michigan. So that's where that one stands.
And John, you have reported as well that right now, currently, he is being surrounded by mental health professionals as well. Is that where we sit right now?
That's correct, and should be, obviously. So that is obviously a serious matter. The next matter for Michigan, of course, is going to be the status of athletic director Ward Manuel, because they're going to need to hire a football coach. It will not be internal. There's no one prepared on the staff right now for that role. If they go externally, then you need an athletic director to hire that person. The question is, will that be Ward Manuel or somebody else? So all this is happening very fast.
So let me ask you about Ward Manuel. For a lot of people that I talk to, I know a lot of people that you talk to, this did not seem to be such a surprise about this alleged relationship. What did the Michigan Athletic Department know and when? What did Ward Manuel know and when? And this is a long history now of problems with the Michigan Athletic Department, whether it be football or basketball or hockey, several investigations, firings, allegations. What's next for Ward Manuel? Where does the Board of Regents go next? What are they working on today?
I guarantee they're working on those two issues. Who knew what and when? I guess I'll say this much in defense of the university. They did have the investigation internally this summer, and if both parties say there's nothing happening, there's not a lot else they can do other than respond to rumors. But now they brought in a Washington, D.C. law firm, one of the white shoe law firms, as they say, to investigate the entire department and what's happening with the entire department. That is going to be a very serious report, external, third party, of course, and that will have a lot to say, I'm sure, about Ward Manuel's future. So they are meeting, I'm sure, by phone and elsewhere, talking right now about Ward Manuel's future and the future of the football program as well. So these are both up in the air right now. I've been hearing these rumors for a while, as you say, but consenting adults, there's not a lot anybody can do, and these are rumors. But now, of course, that we're down to the nitty-gritty of reality based on the employee's report yesterday. Things have changed quite dramatically. Sharon Moore is out of a job, and I doubt he'll ever be coaching football again.
That is John Ubacon, who covers Michigan athletics, and again, a longtime author. He was speaking with the Fox affiliate in Detroit on the matter. So that's the facts as they are right now. Whew, that's a lot.
That is a lot. And I think the man, that last sentence was
Yeah, that'll never coach again.
Oh, man. Well, listen, I am and the jokes are rolling in, and, the memes are everywhere. I am no fan of Michigan athletics, Michigan sports. I'm no fan of Sharon Moore, of Ward Manuel, any of that. But there is something about just watching someone's life fall apart in real time in front of your eyes that just is like, ugh, that's rough.
Couple of things, too, out of what John said. I want to step back and hit on a couple of points. One of them, when he's being asked about what the university knew and when they knew it, he said, well, look, I've heard these stories for over a year now, right? And there is something, I've seen this elsewhere, and I agree with it. It feels very Michigan to, okay, we knew about this, and we knew how bad it is, but let's see if we can beat Ohio State before we do anything about it. Let's see how this all plays out before we really drop the hammer here.
I gotta be really honest. I think I was thinking along the same lines as one John U. Bacon. How Ward Manuel keeps a job after this.
It's amazing. Yeah.
There's zero chance that if you're going to be any sort of an institution of integrity, of honor, of the Michigan way or whatever they want to, pretend they have, there's zero chance Ward Manuel can have a job moving forward or be in charge of hiring this next coach.
It's a rarity in the National Football League where an organization will bring in a head coach, like they clean house, right? It's pretty rare where a head coach gets hired before the GM would. Well, in this role, if we're comparing the two, you got to find a head coach really fast, and you got to decide what you're going to do with Ward. But I'm with you, Evan. I don't see him sticking around after that. There's just too many of these things, and at some point, everybody gets PO'd, and they said, this is enough. And we're done with this, and we need to burn this down and start over again.
Yeah. Good clip. It's really good to get someone who's kind of in the know, just to be able to break that down piece by piece.
Hey, thanks.
Without speculation and rumors, but just this is what we know so far. Mm-hmm. This is what the charge is. This is what the police calls were all about. And here's where we sit today. So I appreciate that.
Hey.
Good job, Curtis.
Hey, every once in a while.
You're great. You're good at your job, buddy.
My man. Hey, let me tell you something about the job I do.
And I promise you, we will smash.
That's what I do.
I love that you have that as a button.
Yeah, I'm going to save that forever. 217-359-2255 is your number. Our guy Big Def on the text line. I loved Lord Manuel not caring about the Connor Stallions text messages to Sharon, but the Paige Shiver text got more fired. That's a fantastic point. Well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, Paige's name is everywhere, but that has yet to been released by so you allegedly.
He's texting too, because we were talking about potential coaches yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of different names are getting thrown around.
Yeah, and Heath had thrown around Signetti and DeBoer yesterday, which I think are they were the two biggest names, but
sure.
He brings up a good point. When the portal opens January 3rd, they're playoff coaches. So unless they both are out by then, which can Indiana? I got to look at the playoff schedule. I doubt they can be out by January 3rd, right?
I wouldn't think so. Usually the way this lines up is the national championship game will fall isn't it going to be in the bye week? I call it a bye week, but isn't it going to be between championship weekend for the NFL and then the Super Bowl, or is that too far out?
I don't know. But he says Marcus Freeman is not playing a playoff game, and Jed Fish, who was the offensive coordinator for a couple years under Harbaugh, which I feel like, did Jed Fish and Michigan leave on bad terms? I feel like there was something there about they were not super tight. So I'm not sure what that, but those would both be, any four of those coaches for Michigan would be a good hire, a great hire. And my prayer is that they really screw it up.
I want to play one more clip for you. It's a quick one.
All right.
Because people are piling on to Sharon Moore. But one guy who works for ESPN, I don't want to say he had his back, but he's giving the other perspective. This is Adam Schefter about an hour and a half ago.
But what we haven't heard yet is Sharon Moore's side of this. And he gets his say into this particular situation as well. And I do know that he felt like people had it in for him for an awful long time there while he was at Michigan. He felt like there were people who were out to get him. So all these things can all be true. It's possible that, yes, Michigan does have evidence that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. And it could be that Sharon Moore is right, that people had it in for him. But the whole situation itself is just sad and tragic, because now we have a individual who had his professional life, his personal life completely upended. We have a school with a bunch of players who don't have a coach to turn to right now. We have a school in search of a program, a new coach to lead forth that program. There are a whole host of things that have transpired here that have led this to be a completely surreal, wild situation that if you heard about it, you wouldn't believe it because it almost seems made up.
There was more than one time yesterday, like as we're reading stuff as it's unfolding, where we were giggling, but not making fun of us. It's like we just couldn't believe what we were reading.
Oh my gosh!
It was like, this is another thing. Here's another part of this story.
Yeah.
Over the course of about an hour and a half yesterday on the drive, it was like, boom, boom, one thing after another. Yeah. A lot of players that he was a part of recruiting and bringing to town or helping keep there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a mess.
I think there's an aspect. Now, we know Schefter is a Michigan guy.
Yes.
So, he's always got that winged helmet behind him and all of his segments and all that good stuff. And so I really do think he's going to take kind of both sides. But at the same time, there is an element of, I don't know anything. But Def and I were texting last night, and the fact that Sharon Moore never felt like more than a placeholder. Like when they hired him, it really did feel like he was the guy until they got the next guy. And I never felt confident that he was a long-term answer for Michigan. And maybe he just won too many games this year to quietly ride off into the sunset.
It was amazing how the initial reaction from everybody, just knowing the headline, that was it, that he was gone, was, that's what happens when you don't beat Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, no, that's the dumbest reason for this, especially with the record that he did have.
Yeah.
There's something to that. There's something to that he won a little bit too much. And I don't know. I do feel like this is just, the whole situation. I'm talking about the universe. It's a very Michigan athletic department sort of scenario. Something that a lot of this stuff, the more that's come out, a lot of this crap could have been avoided or could have been handled a while ago, and it wasn't. And it blew up. It tends to be what happens with these scandals. Stuff that could have been handled a while ago never does, and then kaboom.
Kaboomy.
217-359-2255. Feel free to chime in on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Once again, shout out to Cooper O'Kelly. You've got the coolest name, dude. In all this, like, did your parents know you were going to be into sports? Like, we're going to name him Cooper, and he is just going to find his way into the world of sports.
I don't think that was the plan, but I do appreciate it.
You may want to ask them that over the holidays. Find out.
It's a good name. It's not John U. Bacon.
John U. Bacon, Cooper O'Kelly. I feel like you guys are going to work together at some point in time. You cover the Illini, John's covering the Wolverines. It'll all work.
Bacon to know.
That could be good.
That's a good show right there.
Irish bacon.
Coop and John.
Coop and Bake. Bacon
Coop and Bake.
Bacon Coop. I don't know.
All right.
But
what an unserious show we are.
Oh, well, you know us.
And I promise you, we will smash.
That's what we do. But Cooper, we're happy to have you here, and we're going to switch gears. We'll get more feedback from you on the text line in regards to the Sharon Moore firing and the latest on that, 217-359-2255. We'll talk a little Illini, and Cooper, we'll get your thoughts on Illini men's basketball so far this year. We'll get into some of that next on The Drive.
It's Samantha Barnhart. She's our law enforcement official of the month. She does patrol right now for Champaign Police Department. Police officers are good people that want to help people on not their best day. Mm-hmm. You enjoy that?
I do. I love getting to know the ins and outs of the city, the people. I love interacting with the public.
Well, and as a crisis negotiator and crime scene technician, these are some challenging roles at Champaign Police Department, too.
Yes. There's only one other guy that does both units, so him and I connect quite a bit, talking about our experiences, but otherwise want to help as many people as I can. I want to do as much as I can. I want the most out of life for myself, for everybody.
But you've got that it thing going on where it's just kind of in you.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Kind of God-given talent of saying, I want to get better.
Yep, and I can't sit still.
And you're a patrol officer, which means like 5P to 3A.
I see the ins and outs. I see people's worst days. My heart breaks for them, but it's a job that I enjoy doing, and I think I do it well. And if I can do it and I can do it well, why not?
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem?
look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today. 217-586-3863 or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up at Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford. So talk to me about delivery, timing. What if it's, talking December, I could never get delivered by Christmas, could I?
We're going to run a Get It Before Christmas offer, and we have our delivery crews poised and ready to take anything and everything and get it out to you as soon as possible, in some cases the next day. So we are ready to go. We've got a lot of furniture in stock, sofas, mattresses, recliners, a lot of gift items this time of year as well. So we are IL Home Stores online. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and our website is ashley.com.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard.
3-minute
That's right,
stations,
it's Honeycrisp
3
season,
minutes
which
to
means
your
you can
next
get them at
Fox
Curtis
News.
Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Some snow on the way. It's ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. And we were talking plenty about the Sharon Moore story. We'll get into more of that in just a few. No pun intended. Real quick, somebody pointed this out on the text line, and I meant to do this earlier, and I didn't. How about a shout-out for the women's basketball team winning their bragging rights game.
Bragging rights number one in the books.
How about that? Got a dub over Mizzou, 70-62.
Yeah. Actually, number two, because wrestling already beat Mizzou, too.
That's true. You're right. Yep.
So let's go.
Let's go. Let's keep stacking those dubs. Somebody, did I say that right?
Yeah, that was cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was cool.
Thanks, man. Somebody who's always stacking dubs. Except maybe when his Cornhuskers play the Illini, is our guy Ravi Lula from Hurrdat Sports. He's on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line with us. How are you, sir?
What is going on, guys? How are we doing?
Well, we're doing better than Sharon Moore this afternoon.
I mean, that's a low bar.
That's a low bar.
That's a good point. It is a low bar. It is a low bar. Yes, someone who covers the Big Ten, you've seen more than one scandal come out of Michigan. Ravi, what was your initial reaction to that news yesterday?
So this all unfolded very strangely for me, right? Because I was recording some content for the Christmas break. You know, we take a little time off from the show, and so I'm recording that. And my phone starts going crazy. I have like 8 people text me in 5 minutes, and so I wait until we're done. I look at it, and I'm like, oh, Sharon Moore's been fired. That's super weird. And so I start to kind of do something else, and like a half hour later, get a bunch more texts, and it's, oh, he was having an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. I guess that makes the timing make a little bit more sense, but, you know, it still feels like there's a lot going on. And then I went to go play tennis, and like an hour later, I've got a million text messages saying, Sharon Moore's been fired, this thing's gone off the rails, just like, oh, and I haven't seen Twitter at all, so I'm like, what on earth is happening? And yeah, it is every bit as strange as my friend's text messages would have led me to believe. And honestly, when comparing to other Big Ten scandals, other college football scandals, it ranks up there in terms of just overall strangeness. And then you kind of have to factor into this that, like, the scandal, it's hard to separate what he got fired for and what happened after he got fired, right?
Yeah.
Because those, to me, are two separate things. And I also think if he beats Ohio State, we're probably not having this conversation.
There it is, yeah.
I genuinely, I heard Josh Pate talk about, this is the thing that, like, agents have known this job might come open for weeks. And Michigan sort of seemed like they were seeing how the season played out and seemed like they were waiting until after signing day to make this move once they saw how the season played out. And so, like, with that in mind, it kind of makes me believe, hey, had the season gone better, he doesn't get fired for this, which then you would imagine prevents the cascade of events after that. So, like, the whole thing, like, I want to make sure I don't remove any culpability from admin and leadership at Michigan.
Right.
Obviously, Sharon Moore is the center of this thing, but, like, there were a lot of people who I feel like behaved badly in this situation, and at this point, that sort of seems par for the course with Michigan.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis, that's Evan. We'd already planned to talk with our guy Ravi Lula from Hurrdat Sports about the Illini versus Nebraska game on Saturday, but had to get your take on this whole situation with Michigan, man.
Yeah, I mean, just quickly, without getting too in-depth, where do you think Michigan should turn next coaching-wise?
Yeah, so it's obviously with the timing of it, it's super strange. I have to imagine a lot of people are on the table that we wouldn't necessarily imagine. Like, Michigan's a big-time job.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, hiring Sharon Moore in the first place felt kind of weird, to be honest, but, they kind of just wanted to keep the good times rolling. I get it. But, I could see everyone from, like, unemployed coaches like Brian Kelly and Jimbo Fisher, if they really want kind of a splash or whatever, or at least to get some recruiting going until they figure out their long-term plan, to, like, I could see, like, a Lincoln Riley here. I know people don't think he fits culturally, but, like, that dude knows, how to run the football. Like, I get that we don't think of his teams as particularly physical, but his run schemes are actually, like, crazy good. The counters that USC runs are just diabolical to defend. And so I actually think they'd like him a lot more at Michigan than we think because of sort of the reputation that he has. I also think of what on earth would that dude do with Bryce Underwood and a guy of Bryce Underwood's talent as his quarterback. That's super interesting to me. I know the name Kalen DeBoer has been floated out there as well. I think this thing is going to have a super wide range of types of coaches. The two kind of, I guess, wild cards I'd throw out there is I do think Jed Fish is going to be in play here. And then if they actually try and, like, make a smart, non-splashy hire and, like, go outside the box here, like, I would look at Jason Eck at New Mexico. That dude is a star or will be a star soon. He's got a little bit of Big Ten background. He's got an offensive line background. He feels like a Michigan-type guy. That'd be sort of like your Brady Hoke-esque hire without being an alum. So I think those are some names I would look at if I'm Michigan.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. Ravi Lula from Hurrdat Sports on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line with us. You ready to switch gears over there, Evan Stone?
Let's hit this up because Nebraska basketball, or as the locals call it, Nebraska ball.
What?
That's what they call it.
No.
Yeah, it is. That's a real thing. Yeah,
That's a real thing.
Nebraska
Nebraska ball. That's what they say.
Oh, I thought you meant people here call it that.
Oh, ain't nobody here calling
I was
it
gonna
that.
like, I don't know anybody around here that calls it. All right,
we are sophisticated people out here in the cornfield. So they're pretty good right now. They got a 30-point win against Wisconsin last night, but they've got a couple other, maybe not marquee wins, but some good wins. I would like to know what was more impressive, the 30-point win against Wisconsin at home last night, or dropping 105 points and beating Oklahoma earlier in the season?
I mean, I think it's definitely the Wisconsin one. I think Oklahoma, I'm not sure what they're going to be. I do think Wisconsin's pretty good. I think that's definitely a tournament team. And I did not see that coming last night. I knew this team was pretty good. I thought this was going to be the first real test for them because Creighton hasn't played well and is still figuring some things out with a lot of turnover from last year. So that wasn't the test that it normally would be for Nebraska. I thought Wisconsin would be kind of the first real test on the season, and either it wasn't a test or they passed it with flying colors. I don't know which yet, but this Nebraska team is actually pretty good. And for one of the first times in my life, and I'm not trying to be a hater or anything, for one of the first times in my life, they're actually fun to watch. Even like they're aesthetically pleasing. I mean, Evan, you know me. For as much as we talk football, like I'm a basketball nerd, and like I really appreciate the aesthetics of basketball when it's played well. And so that's part of the reason, I became a Creighton fan when I was growing up, is Creighton always played like really what I consider really beautiful basketball. And Nebraska has been the opposite of that almost my entire life. Even when they were pretty good, like with Tim Miles, and they made a tournament run, it was a lot of like ISO heavy, kind of just ugly basketball, and they really didn't play a style that appealed to me at all. This is the most fun Nebraska basketball team I've ever seen, and they're highly skilled. They have an identity. They know exactly who they want to be, and defensively, despite not being freakishly athletic, they play really, really good team defense as well. So, I would be stunned if this team doesn't end up making the tournament. I'd be stunned if they're not like a top, 6 seed in the NCAA tournament. I think they have a chance to be legitimately a good basketball team this year and have a shot to win their first ever NCAA tournament game.
Whoa.
You just made him laugh a lot, Robbie.
My gosh, I was not expecting that stat. That was a shocker to me. They've never won an NCAA tournament game?
They're the only power conference team to have never won an NCAA tournament game.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
Well, let's
it was them and Northwestern, and then a few years ago Northwestern got theirs.
So there's a doofer factor. Okay, we got that established for the Cornhuskers. Let's look at this Saturday, my friend. And a lot has been made about the Balkan Five, a.k.a. the Balkan Brutes, as I have called them here with the Illini. But the emergence of freshman Keaton Wagler has really, really opened a lot of eyes. What have you seen out of this Illini team, and where are these key matchups that you're going to be looking at on Saturday?
Yeah, so one of the big things for me with Illinois is they have, again, in my opinion, a very aesthetically pleasing team to watch. They are in a skill with some length team, which I really, really enjoy watching. And for me, this is a team I actually think is going to be the first real test for Nebraska this season after they waxed Wisconsin, because Illinois, I think, is going to give offensively, on offense for Nebraska's defense, they're going to give Nebraska a ton of issues with what they're trying to do. You mentioned Wagler. I really like Boswell as well. I think he's got some potential to, outside of the Balkan groups there. He's a guy that I think is really, really interesting, and that could be, I think, could cause problems for Nebraska. I know sometimes his shot selection can leave a little bit to be desired, but super dynamic guy. And then obviously you've got, I'm a big Stojakovic fan. I love that dude. I love the skill level of this Illini team. And, I thought the line was actually way bigger. The look-ahead line, at least, is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I think I had it at. I thought this would be somewhere between like a 2.5 and 4.5 point game. I think right now it's trending like 6.5, 7.5, which is probably fair. Illinois has a much stronger reputation and has proven more on the season than Nebraska has. As we talked about Nebraska's resume, they don't really have a super strong win yet. Wisconsin is their best win, whereas obviously Illinois has gone out and played, even though they've taken a couple losses, they've gone out and played, the Alabamas of the world, and like they've had a much different non-con between like the Alabama and UConn games than Nebraska has. So this is a step up in competition level that it'll be really interesting how Nebraska handles it. And I think stylistically between Illinois' length and skill level, it'll test that Nebraska. They play this no middle defense. It's sort of like a cousin to the pack line that Virginia used to run, where if you just want to pass it around the perimeter and shoot kind of stand still out of rhythm threes, they'll let you. And because they're like, hey, in rhythm threes are way easier to make than out of rhythm threes. If you just want to stand around and shoot out of rhythm threes, be our guest. And if Illinois is able to get hot and knock those down, they'll have trouble for Nebraska. But it's a super interesting matchup because of that.
Well, I mean, obviously with Nebraska, things are running through Rink Mast, and Price Sanford shows up and he just hits the ground running. He's having his best season so far as a college basketball player. Where do you think? I mean, Rink Mast averaging 18 points a game, 7 boards, 3 assists. Is he the engine for this Nebraska team?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything runs through Rink Mast, especially offensively, but you can make the argument defensively as well, kind of as the anchor in the middle there. They're not. I mean, he's not like a above the rim protector or anything like that, but just the way he kind of holds everything together. He missed all of last year for Nebraska, and he was good 2 years ago when they made a run to the tournament. But if anyone tries to tell you they knew this is who Rink Mast was, they're lying to you. He was a very good college basketball player, but now he controls the game in a way that he had never done before, and that not very many college players are capable of. We saw it in the second half with, this is a wild comparison to make, but we saw it in the second half of Clemson BYU where A.J. DeBonsa just took over all aspects of the game. That's sort of what Nebraska asked Rink Mast to do every night, obviously in very, very different ways, right? But there's only a handful of players in college that sort of just orchestrate everything that's going on the court, and Rink Mast is one of them. So you could call him the engine, you can call him the conductor, you can call him whatever you want for Nebraska. Everything runs through him, and he makes guys like Price Sanford have the ability to basically turn into a guy we didn't know he was at Iowa, right? Like, we didn't know this was in there for Sanford at Iowa. We knew he could shoot the ball. We knew he could do some things, but he's kind of turned into a version of a guy that I don't think most people knew he was capable of. The other name that you should watch out for is there's a redshirt freshman on the team named Braden Frager, probably the best athlete on the team, and just this supremely confident guy that if he gets rolling a little bit, he'll start shooting the ball really well, and like he can be a difference maker if you let him get a little loose. So that's a guy that if I'm Illinois, if I'm going down the line a little bit and, checking off some of the, number one on the scouting report, number two, my wild card there, I think, is Braden Frager, because he can be a difference maker when he gets going.
Robbie, where can they find you on the socials, my friend?
Everything is at R.A. Lula, that's R.A.L.U.L.L.A, or at Hurrdat Sports, that's Hurrdat Sports.
All right, man. As always, looking forward to talking to you again down the road and appreciate your time.
All righty, thanks, guys.
That is Robbie Lula from Hurrdat Sports, and a great friend of the show and does a fantastic job. Great to talk with him. Great insight on the Nebraska game. Loved his feedback on the Sharon Moore story. Cooper, I want to bring you in, sir. Give me your thoughts on this Saturday showdown for the Illini and now a top 25 ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah, I mean, I think Illini fans should be as encouraged as they have been all season long. You talked a little bit about Wagler, Curtis, and he looked fantastic against Ohio State. 23 points. He really stepped up in a game where Kylan and Tomey both were not playing well, which is something that I don't know if I was expecting coming into the season, but definitely expect him to have a huge impact on Saturday and down the stretch.
Very good. We're going to talk more with you, pick your brain plenty. Cooper does a great job with the Champagne Room. And we haven't plugged your socials yet, so before we go to the break, where can people find you on the socials and see some of your work and thoughts, sir?
Yeah, it's at Cooper O'Kelly on everything, COOPEROKELOY.
And after I talk with John U. Bacon, what did we say the show was going to be?
John and Bake. John and Coop. Coop and John.
Coop and Bake?
Coop and Bake.
Coop and Bake. At Coop and Bake. If that's available, I'm going to go get that for those guys real quick.
Coupons.
All right. Coupons. Coupons. All right, we're going to take a quick break. More next on The Drive.
Oh boy, I don't want to check my mail. Please no mail today. Please no.
What's the problem?
Oh, hey, Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Why are you afraid of your mailbox?
There's going to be a notification in there to extend the manufacturer's warranty on my refrigerator.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right. My 1-year manufacturer warranty is almost up and I'm so nervous. Oh boy. They're going to want hundreds of dollars to extend my protection just 2 more years.
In most cases, manufacturers want around $300 to extend your protection past the first year unless...
Unless what, Paul?
Unless you buy your appliance from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We give you 10 years of extended protection for free.
Do I have to wait 3 weeks to see a technician if something goes wrong?
Not at all. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World has next day service from our top-rated, award-winning service technicians.
The best service for free? Nothing to be afraid of in my mailbox a year later?
Not regarding your appliances. You paid your taxes last year, right?
Oh gosh, gee willy wickers. You think anyone would notice that?
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up at Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
So when I think Ashley, I want to talk about home for the holidays. What does that mean to you, Ellen?
Home is where all of the memories and all the magic happens. It's Christmas morning, it's dinner, it's New Year's Eve where the kids finally get to stay up late. But all of those memories and moments happen at home. I think it's important to solidify those moments at home, and having furniture and decorations and all the fun things around the home really help solidify the kids' memories and make it special. Our website is ashley.com.
Hi, this is Kevin Rogers, president of the Philo Exchange Bank. Our bank's been through the ups and downs of the local agricultural community since 1883. With over 147 years of combined lending experience, let our local ag lenders work with you and help your farming operations succeed. Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You can feel the Clydesdales circling the field. Hear the stands come alive. Smell the hot dogs, the popcorn, and the cold beer in the air. See the crowd rise as the first pitch hits the glove. And just like that, a new season begins. This holiday season, give the gift that lets them feel it for themselves. Opening day at Busch Stadium. It's more than baseball. It's an STL tradition. Opening day tickets are on sale now at cardinals.com/tickets.
This is Ozzie Smith. Now,
Fieldhouse. See you at Busch Stadium.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. You just heard a little bit about the St. Louis Cardinals in that set of commercials. And by the way, tonight is the debut of Countdown to Opening Day on ESPN 93.5. Right after us, 6 to 8 o'clock. Cardinal Scoop from Mike Claiborne and Matt Pauley going to take you all the way up until opening day. This is going to be a part of the regular ESPN 93.5 lineup for the next few months. Lots of guests: Chaim Bloom, Ollie Marmol, John Rooney, Ricky Horton, Chip Carey. You know, that's Harry Carey's grandson. Did you know that?
I have learned that, yes.
Yeah, they're all, and many, many more are going to be part of it. Again, so if you're a Cardinals fan, definitely want to check that out starting tonight, 6 to 8 o'clock, especially when we're getting into the hot stove time. But we're going to switch gears.
Speaking of hot stoves.
Speaking of hot. Cooper O'Kelly is in the studio with us. Cooper's going to be a part of The Drive in an intern role, and he's also works with the Champagne Room. He does a lot of great stuff covering the Illini. But while we were in that commercial break, Cooper told us that for some odd reason, he's crazy enough to go to this Bears-Browns game at Soldier Field on Sunday.
I want to preface things.
Please do.
I bought these tickets in September. They were a gift for it was my girlfriend's first ever game. And now I look like a bad boyfriend because
what a gift.
I'm sending her into negative 20-degree wind chills.
Oh my gosh.
So it's not just, I thought you were going to tell me it's like you and one of your buddies and you're going to get crazy and we're wild Bears fans. Let's go Bears. But no, you're taking your beloved girlfriend to freeze possibly to death on the lakefront.
Oh.
It's going to be rough.
You didn't tell us there was a girlfriend involved in this.
Well, then.
And it's her first ever game?
It is, yeah.
Oh, man. What an awesome. Man, you better.
Were you about to say what an awesome experience it'll be? Were you about to say
I was going to say what an awesome girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a keeper. She's like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out in negative 20 degrees. We're going to watch the Bears smash the Browns.
I had this whole bit in my head where I was going to be like, so you're just going to rip your shirt off, show off the big orange C on the chest, and get on TV. But that's out the window now. You're just going to be huddled up shivering, it sounds like. How many layers are you planning on wearing on Sunday?
A lot. I think I'm going long underwear for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably 2 or 3 hoodies maybe under my coat.
Okay.
And then you got to go hand warmers, gloves, boots.
Oh, dude.
Wool socks. Is that enough?
Yeah. Well, you went to the Illini game in the snow a few weeks ago.
I sat in the press box.
Well, you got your hands on the hat.
Yeah, I went down at the very end.
Oh, how many layers did you have on when you went to get the hat?
Just one.
You had one layer. I knew you were going to say.
What? Okay, so are you wearing jeans or do you have like snow pants that you're putting on?
Ooh.
I didn't even think about that. I was thinking sweats, but that probably wouldn't be a great idea.
I think sweats always feel like they're going to be warmer, but I think the wind cuts through sweatpants way faster.
They're saying this is going to be one of the coldest games in the history of Soldier Field, right?
I think if you can find what size pant are you? What's your waist?
His pant size?
Like 32.
Okay, I might have some pants for you.
You got to be kidding me,
dude! I got some like insulated Eddie Bauer like snow pants, dude. Nice.
Eddie Bauer snow pants.
Yeah.
Have you been skiing? Well, you did live in Colorado.
No, I found them at Goodwill. But they're dope. They're awesome, man. You put those things on, and because here's the thing, you'll have your long underwear, but I don't think sweatpants is the move. I don't think that's gonna be warm enough. I think you need jeans, and then honestly, I would put snow pants over the jeans.
Don't look at me. You're the one giving the fashion
advice. Well, I'm looking at you of like, would you agree? No, never mind. I don't care.
I'm trying to think.
I would rather be hot and remove something than be cold and want to put something else on.
True. I would agree with that.
I didn't ask.
So this is going to be the coldest game it has to be the coldest game you've ever attended.
Yeah, 100%.
Is there anything you can compare it to, man?
I one time went to I'm trying to think of what the coldest game I went to was.
Or maybe just nasty weather.
I think the coldest game I've ever been to was that Illinois Fresno State football game in 2009 here in Champaign.
Okay.
53-52 overtime shootout game. That was quite possibly the coldest I've ever been in my entire life.
Matt and Sydney on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. There is no way, under any circumstances,
a lot of capital letters
my
here.
wife would ever dream of going to that game. This is young love we're talking about here, Matt. Okay, these are college kids.
Hold on, man. I don't know if you don't want to throw. That's a big L word you just threw out there.
Sorry, did it?
No, it's all good.
Oh, wow. Hey, all right.
All right. I could have said young like, but love felt
Do you think
more.
she's listening right now?
I don't know. I haven't. No, I don't think
Probably
so.
not.
I
Probably not.
didn't
I'm going to bet she's not a regular listener.
She's a big
on
fan of the
drive.
show. She loves us.
The coldest one that I can remember, I've talked about this before, was the Illini game against Iowa, the 2018 game with my dad.
63-0.
And that's what, that was the thing. It was cold. There was some freezing rain. There was like 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it was 63-0. But also, we were able to just go inside. That was the one time we got to go to Colonnades Club.
Yeah.
So we would just go inside and eat some
Kid
snacks.
walking outside in a T-shirt right now.
Yeah, he doesn't know cold. That's nothing right
My
now.
gosh.
Let's see him do that on Sunday.
I was at Illinois Penn State in Joe Pa's last game. We lost 10-7, missed a field goal in the last second, and it was snowing pretty much that whole game. And that was cold. It wasn't like it was cold outside. It's when the snow lands, melts on you, and then you're just wet.
Yeah.
Oh.
That just makes you tired too.
It's a slog.
Jake in Muhammad on the text line. He sent in one here. He says, as someone who sits for hours in the cold hunting deer, I can tell you a simple pair of long johns and a pair of pants are not even going to come close to keeping you warm. I would suggest a thin long john, a thick long johns, a pair of pants, and then some type of insulated bibs. And then I would do the same on top. 3 to 4 layers of shirts with a good coat, and don't forget about your feet. By the way, you will not be able to put your arms down, Randy, when that's all said and done. If you've seen A Christmas Story, you know what I'm talking about.
Guys, wait up!
That's what you're going to see at Soldier Field. 60,000 Randys walking in with their arms waving.
First of all, anybody who's like, I enjoy hunting. I'm like, dude, you are insane. Because it's freezing.
Well, that's true.
I went out one time and I was like, what are we doing? But yeah, he's got the same thing. You gotta have the long johns, you gotta have the denim, and then you gotta have something insulated, windproof over the denim.
This is fascinating to me. I want to hear from our listeners. What's the coldest game you've ever attended, or the craziest weather game you've ever attended? 217-359-2255. That's the Max Twin City Recycling text line. It's not a college or pro game. I remember one year of high school football where it was just raining. I used to quote Forrest Gump. It was blowing in sideways. It was raining sideways. It was like 40-some-mile-an-hour winds, and I remember anytime anybody kicked, the ball just sailed to the east. It just took off to the east out of bounds, and it didn't matter.
And it felt like it was raining up.
It was big old fat rain.
Big old fat rain.
Rain that flew in sideways.
I told Cooper when he said we were going to this game, I don't think I've been more nervous for a Bears game this year than this one. I think this is the most nervous I've been all year for a Bears game as they take on the Cleveland Browns.
It's going to be...
It's a must-win.
It is a must-win. And by the way, we'll have that game for you on our sister station, Q96, as we do with all the Bear games. And in years past, I would be like, this is the Shedeur Sanders coming out party here. Of course it is, because he's playing the Bears. He looked pretty good last week, man. Looked pretty good. He looked pretty good.
Did he?
I think so. I think he looked pretty good last week.
Cooper's shaking his head, too.
Nodding yes with me. You're agreeing.
Yeah, he did.
He had 3 touchdowns and 2 something.
And he almost brought him back and won that game.
Yeah. But he's not played in Bears weather yet, my friend. Let's see how Shedeur handles the freezing cold on the lakefront.
I mean, he'll probably handle it better than Caleb. So
Marcus in Colorado on the Max Twin City Recycling text line says, coldest game he ever attended was a Bronco game several years back, single digits all day. Jim and Muhammad, he's sending in, is that Walter? He's sending a picture of Walter from a game, Walter Payton. There's all sorts of texts. We'll keep those coming. 217-359-2255. Jim says, awful day sitting 2 rows from the top of Soldiers Field. That is Jim and Muhammad. Oh, that's the picture of Walter, yeah? Yeah. This looks like... But you know what? It was worth it, Jim, because now you can text in and tell us about how miserable it was that day. Where are your seats, Cooper? Do you know that?
They're up top, not 2 rows to the back, but they're in that 400 level, so they're pretty high up.
No protection from the wind. Carmen on the text line. This is Dylan. This is Dylan because you told me so. It's not Carmen because it says Carmen and I also suffered the 63-0 Iowa game. Yeah, it was brutal. But again, that one, I don't know if that counts because I got to sneak inside.
Yeah, it doesn't count for you. No.
All right, we got 9 seconds to news, so keep those texts coming. 217-359-2255. We're gonna share some cold stories and make Cooper very happy. That's all next on The Drive.
Let's smash.
A long day behind closed doors. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. In a Utah courtroom where accused Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson is making his first in-person appearance, the judge hearing arguments on a number of issues, mainly in a closed session. But during the public portion, defense attorneys say the rules on what cameras can show were violated, including Robinson's shackles. Judge Tony Graff reminding everyone he can terminate media access, but he just ruled against that for now.
I find that excluding the cameras from the courtroom would be disproportionate for this hearing.
Instead, he's having one camera moved away from the defense table where attorneys also said computer screens have been captured in some shots. Investigators in North Carolina say the suspect accused of stabbing a man on a commuter train in Charlotte is now charged with multiple counts and is in the country illegally.
Oscar Solorzano Garcia never should have been in Charlotte or ever been in this country. He had been deported twice.
FBI Special Agent in charge Jim Barnacle says the second deportation was in 2021. They're still investigating how and when he came back into the U.S. In this case, the stabbing victim has also been arrested, accused of domestic violence and assaulting a pregnant woman. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem defending the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration during a House hearing where Democratic Congressman Benny Thompson pressed her to admit it was the current administration that granted asylum to the Afghan national charged in a deadly attack on National Guard troops.
Trump administration, DHS, your DHS, approved the asylum application.
The asylum application moved forward under all of the information and vetting processes that were put in place under the Biden administration.
Noem criticizing the previous vetting for an Afghan refugee program after the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. America is listening to Fox News.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Back to the drawing board in the U.S. Senate after 2 health care bills failed to advance, including a Democrat proposal to extend Obamacare subsidies for 3 years. Premiums could spike when current subsidies expire soon.
You had 4 Republican senators. You had Susan Collins of Maine, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Dan Sullivan of Alaska, and Josh Hawley of Missouri, who all said, yes, they voted for the Democratic plan. They also voted for the Republican plan. And what that signals to me is that there is some interest on the GOP side for doing something because they're worried about the political consequences.
Fox's Chad Pergam on Capitol Hill. The Republican plan was to let subsidies expire but shift spending to government-funded health savings accounts. A second grand jury in Virginia declines to re-indict New York Attorney General Letitia James after the original mortgage fraud case against her and a separate indictment of former FBI Chief James Comey were tossed out by a judge who ruled the federal prosecutor was not legally appointed. An attorney for James calls the re-indict rejection unprecedented. 2 California colleges reached settlements over claims of anti-Semitism.
UC Berkeley apologizing to Dr. Yael Natif, agreeing to pay her $60,000 and offering to rehire her. The Israeli visiting professor sued the school, alleging discrimination, arguing she was hired to teach a contemporary Israeli dance class prior to the start of the Israel-Hamas war and had been invited to return, but the school later retracted the offer. Pomona College agreeing to hire a Title VI civil rights coordinator and to create a task force, committee, or advisory council on Jewish life.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. A federal complaint was filed last year claiming civil rights law violations during pro-Palestinian demonstrations on campus. A record day on Wall Street, the Dow up 646 points, new closing high 48,704. The S&P topping 6,900. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Oh boy, I don't want to check my mail. Please no mail today, please no.
What's the problem?
Oh, hey, Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Why are you afraid of your mailbox?
There's going to be a notification in there to extend the manufacturer's warranty on my refrigerator.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right. My 1-year manufacturer warranty is almost up and I'm so nervous. Oh boy. They're going to want hundreds of dollars to extend my protection just 2 more years.
In most cases, manufacturers want around $300 to extend your protection past the first year unless...
Unless what, Paul?
Unless you buy your appliance from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We give you 10 years of extended protection for free.
Do I have to wait 3 weeks to see a technician if something goes wrong?
Not at all. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World has next day service from our top-rated, award-winning service technicians.
The best service for free? Nothing to be afraid of in my mailbox a year later?
Not regarding your appliances. You paid your taxes last year, right?
Oh gosh, gee willy wickers. You think anyone would notice that?
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do
pumps,
that.
yeah.
And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these orange comfort clubs and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it.
Yeah.
We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services, becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Snow on the way for Central Illinois. Yeah. 1 to 3 inches expected tonight, sir, and then more on Saturday.
About to get smashed.
And then our guy Cooper O'Kelly, who we are welcoming into the Drive family. Cooper does great work for the Champagne Room. He's going to be interning with us, going to be a part of the show. We found out that you are going to Chicago. After all this crazy winter weather we're going to have here, you're going to go up north to the lakefront where it will be 20 below on Sunday. Are you crazy, sir?
I'm starting to think by a lot of these texts coming in that I am not prepared at all.
Okay, let me ask this question too. What's your parking situation?
Oh, that's a great question.
Are you gonna have to walk quite a ways? What are you planning on?
The plan was my girlfriend lives off of Lakeshore Drive because she goes to Loyola Chicago, so we'll already be there. So I'm pretty sure there's a bus that will take us close to Soldier Field. I should probably iron out this plan, but I think the plan is some sort of public transportation.
Yeah.
Jim and Muhammad talking about the Bears game he attended where it was 4 below. That was the high in a wind chill of 12 below. From the 217, my freshman year in high school in 89, our last game of football season, we played in a snowstorm. See, that's fun when you get to play in it a little bit, right? Isn't that kind of fun? No.
As a quarterback, absolutely not.
Well.
No. Travis in Champaign gave us a call. He called us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line.
Yeah.
We were chatting it up during the break. He was at that 2010 Illinois Northwestern football game at Wrigley Field where Michael LaShore went all over the place in one direction.
Yes, he did.
And he said that was the coldest game he's ever been to. But mainly, it sounds like it was a little bit of Travis's fault. Because he said, I wasn't expecting it to be that cold. So I don't think he dressed prepared enough for it, and that made it colder.
217-359-2255 is your number. Love to hear from you with your bad weather games. Just to, kind of hype up Cooper before he goes there on Sunday. Surely somebody will chime in with something, Cooper, and you'll go, all right, at least it's not that bad, right?
Yeah.
At least it won't be that bad.
That's what I'm looking for. It just seems like a lot of doom and gloom right now.
Okay, well, let's hope it's not doom and gloom. What do you feel about the Bears game this weekend? Bears Browns. What are you looking for?
It's must win, obviously, right? 4 games left. Still very much in that NFC North race. Still, have to fight to get into the playoffs. Very, top heavy NFC conference. So this is the last game where I think they're going to be favored by this many points, and they really need to take advantage of it and beat the Browns.
What's the line sitting at right now?
It's around a touchdown.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm nervous.
Yeah, and the Browns are a team where we kind of talked about this off the air, where they're better than the record kind of says.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes me pretty nervous.
I mean, Myles Garrett is quite possibly, it is such a shame he's on this football team.
He's having a year, man.
He's having one of the best defensive end years, pass rushing years that we've seen in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best. Don't blow me up, text line. It's not like he's, Bo Jackson or anything.
Oh, don't you dare bring up Bo Jackson.
Okay, I might.
You just pump the brakes on
Myles Garrett is having an incredible season, and I'm not looking forward to facing him this weekend. Yeah, the Bears are sitting at 7.5 right now, over under 38.5. So they're expecting a low scoring game. It's a tough one, but then the Packers this weekend are going to Denver. So you beat the Browns.
You gotta believe, baby.
You beat the Browns,
Hashtag.
and the Broncos keep that thing rolling over there in the AFC. And next week's for the division.
I keep telling people, you gotta believe both sides of the ball. Bo Nix and Bonito on the defensive side. You gotta believe, baby.
I'll believe this weekend.
The Broncos.
Bo Nix is trash, but this weekend I'm gonna believe.
He is so not trash. Bo Nix, my friend, as a card carrying member of the Bo-Leavers. I'm telling you, he's gonna do something on Sunday that didn't happen this past Sunday. He's gonna get a win over Jordan Love. What do you think about that?
Well, I do.
Yeah,
hope so.
Yeah.
Packers are favored.
Whatever.
2.5 point favorites going into Denver.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably about right. I think the Packers are better than
there's just
Denver,
a lot of non-believers that are setting those betting lines right now out in Vegas. But he'll make them believers. You just wait. You just wait.
Not feeling it.
I think Bo Nix would do great in minus 20-degree weather. You know, what's the temperature going to be there in Denver? It's always cold in Denver.
Well, it's cold in Denver, but it's a I hate when people say this, but I'm about to say it. It's a dry cold.
It's a dry cold.
So
you don't feel it.
So it's not a cold that, oh my gosh, it's going to be 60 degrees.
What? In Denver on Sunday?
Yep.
60? And it's going to be minus 20 where you are. Well, think about that. Bo Nix is going to be he's going to be in the sunshine. Oh, he's going to throw for like 400 yards on Sunday. Come on.
Dude, it's going to be, and this is Colorado, especially on that front range that people don't necessarily understand. Marcus, can you go ahead and text in and help me out here? You get in the front range there, and you'll have a snowstorm, and by the afternoon, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because the sun pops out, and it dries everything. Like, when the sun pops out, it feels 20 degrees warmer than it actually is.
Bo Nix is going to have sunglasses on. He is going to be tan. He is going to just be throwing darts to Cortland Sutton. All right. They've got a couple of tight ends. I can't remember their names because they're not that good. And Evan Ingram's one of them. He'll be throwing darts to Evan Ingram, picking up chunks of yards against the Packers.
Sunday in Denver, it's going to be 58 degrees, sunshine, real feel of 64 degrees. We got some wind. We're going to have a 1 mile per hour wind notice.
1 mile per hour wind.
What a beautiful day.
Just enough for a light breeze to
Just
flip.
keep that in your mind, Cooper. 64 real field temp, 1 mile per hour. It's going to be 80 degrees colder where you're at.
This is just making me feel terrible.
Coop, you got a good set of hair on you. You got a good set of hair on your head. Like that 1 mile an hour wind would just be enough to just a little light breeze through the bangs, just enough to be comfortable. But maybe that's what you do. For the first time ever, you can just sit there shivering and go, I wish I was in Denver. I wish I was in Denver.
I don't know what this means, but Lindy texted in. Bo Nix is the XLT model of the Kia Sorento.
That means he is the best of the Kia Sorentos, baby. That's what that means.
But what does that mean? It's like, winning gold in the
Kia Sorento
Olympics.
In the Kia Sorento Olympics.
I don't know if that's a compliment. But yeah, that is crazy. It's going to be 80 degrees. Colder.
Shout out to Justin on the text line for pointing out, hey, by the way, Browns beat the Packers.
Heck yeah, they did.
So, again, the Bears didn't do that last week. But they
Does
got
this help your tiebreaker?
What tiebreaker?
Well, I mean, if you beat the Browns, if you end up having a tiebreaker with the Packers, if you split both.
Well, I don't see how they would have. Well, here's the thing: they're not going to have one because the Packers already had a tie, right? So they had that game.
Yes, they did.
So there's always going to be a half game split. 217-359-2255 is your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Lindy explaining what it means.
That's what I was trying to explain.
Here, you go ahead and read that one.
He said being the best turd doesn't mean you're not a turd.
Just wait. You guys, all these Bo Nix haters you're gonna see real quick. Hey, related to the Broncos and Broncos quarterbacks that had a lot of haters. This morning, Tim Tebow was on with Stevie and Diane and talking about the Danny Werfel award that he is championing. So I think it's a pretty good interview. Did you catch it this morning? Did you hear any of it?
I did not.
Well,
no.
Then good news for you, Evan Stone. You can catch that interview and replay it at StevieJ.com.
Hello.
There you go. So,
all right.
Yeah, Tim Tebow on this morning, and you can catch that interview on the website.
Good stuff. Cooper, okay, so do you think the Bears got it this weekend? I don't know if I got like an actual prediction from you.
No, we're just worried about your well-being.
I'm way past that.
Yeah, official prediction is I am going to freeze to death, and the Bears are going to win by 10.
10. All right.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, when we come back, we're going to do some Etched in Stone today.
Ooh.
Get some money. And I would love to get Cooper's thoughts on Illini, Nebraska this weekend.
Okay. So you're prepared to etch it in stone?
Let's make it happen,
Let's
baby.
do it, baby. That's next on The Drive.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
On the first Christmas, baby Jesus was born in a stable because God loves each of us. This Christmas, how can we show God we love him too? Jesus said we can show our love for God by loving our neighbor. Let's make God happy this Christmas.
This is Jim Manley. Throughout this year that's been tough for so many, Empty Tomb Inc. has worked with church people to show their love for God through practical works done in Jesus' name. Clothes, food, furniture, and financial help are shared at our local neighbors' points of need. In addition, Research and Mission Match encourage churches to help our neighbors globally too. Your gift to Empty Tomb now will help people in our local area at their points of need all through the new year. Please send your check to Empty Tomb in Champaign, Illinois, or go to emptytomb.org to donate. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, baby Jesus.
And Merry Christmas to you too.
Why visit Freedom Roofing for your roof repair or replacement? Just listen to what satisfied customers are saying.
Freedom Roofing was quick to respond, reasonably priced, and their quality was excellent.
They found an immediate issue, patched it on the spot, and later replaced our entire roof. We couldn't be happier.
For local, trusted roofing done right, visit freedomchampaign.com or call 217-393-6000 today.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
On ESPN 93.5.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive.
You're as cold as ice.
And Cooper O'Kelly from the Champagne Room is gonna freeze, as we have discovered this weekend at Soldier Field. I had to play a little Foreigner, Cold as Ice.
I was gonna ask if you knew it. Have you heard this song?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, good.
Chad on the text line said the coldest game I went to was Bears at Cincy in 95. When I ordered a beer, you had to drink it in 2 minutes or less because it would be frozen over. 7 degrees, and the Bears lost 16-10. But definitely a fun memory in frigid air. Never do it again, though. Not now. Not 30 years later. But you Cooper, you're going to do it, buddy. And you're going to be just fine. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, you know? Even if it's us telling you you're going to freeze to death, you're going to be just fine.
All right.
Going to be fantastic. Hey, Evan Stone. Hey, did you like that one?
Yeah.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah.
We need money.
Hello.
Time to get into it, my friend. This is one of my favorite segments we do every week. Time for Etched in Stone. Cooper, this is where Evan will break down and give us his bets for the week. Usually we're looking at football. I'm assuming you're sticking with football for the weekend?
Nope.
No? Ooh.
Well, we got one basketball, one hardwood game. So we got four on the grass, one on the boards.
Right. I like that.
Does that work?
Yeah, it does. It works for me. And will we have a bonus one for the socials as well?
Absolutely.
That is why you need to follow us at The Drive 935. And hey, here's some breaking news for you. I meant to tell you this before we started the show.
Okay.
We're on Facebook finally.
Are we really?
That's right. Go to facebook.com/ESPN.
All right, Grandma.
ESPN 935 and give us a like there. And you can always find the podcast in Etched in Stone there as well.
Let's go.
That's right. Tell all your parents and grandparents to like us on Facebook. They can argue about politics there. They can share memes with bad information on it, all that stuff.
What was that game that was all over Facebook for a while?
The Farmer one or whatever.
Yeah.
Farmville.
Never
played Farmville. Had a lot of invites from people that were older than me
gosh.
if I would play Farmville with them, but never happened.
That almost killed Facebook.
Almost. But by God, it's standing. And now ESPN 93.5 is there. The Drive is there on Facebook. And Etched in Stone will be there too.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
All right, we ready?
I'm ready for you, sir.
Okay, we're going to start basketball to kick this thing off because
Let's go.
the game is tonight. It's the only ranked matchup of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Iowa Hawkeyes versus the Iowa State Cyclones. Did you see what Iowa State did to Purdue in West Lafayette?
How about that, right?
Man, beat them by 30.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight they take on Iowa, and the line is 12.5
For the Hawkeyes?
for the Cyclones.
Okay.
Doesn't that feel low?
Hmm.
Iowa's not that good of a basketball team.
I know they're not. Okay. Tell me where.
Give me Iowa State minus 12.5. Etch it in stone.
Let's do it, baby. A cyclone of pain tonight for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, unless there's some type of injuries that I don't necessarily know about, I don't care where they play this game. Iowa State is winning this game by 15.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, I'm gonna ride. You know what? I'll ride with you tonight on that one.
Let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Let's go.
All right, let's go to football.
Okay.
Let's get back to football. We're gonna do NFL, and then we'll come back to a college game.
All right, we doing the Thursday night game?
Okay. No, we are not.
Whew, okay.
No, we are not. I did look at the Thursday night game. I really like Tampa Bay, but something about Tampa Bay I can't trust.
I don't want anything to do with tonight's game.
And do you know who else I can't trust?
Who?
Atlanta.
No, you can't. What are they? Who are they?
Oh, my gosh. You got two teams playing each other tonight that I have no idea what they are. So I'm just going to watch it and have a good time. No, we're going to start here. Buffalo and New England.
Here we go. What a
Big
matchup.
AFC matchup this week. New England's 10-2. Buffalo, they're a good football team, but just another team that it's like, man, right when you think they're going to take over, right when you think they're going to hit their stride, they do something dumb.
Are you doubting Cousin Josh?
This game is in Foxborough.
Yes, it is.
It is in New England. Right now, the Patriots are sitting as a 1.5-point favorite.
Okay.
I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah. Let's go. Cousin Josh, I'm riding with him. All the way to the Super Bowl, baby. Talking about moolah, y'all.
I'm going to take Buffalo. Actually, I said that wrong. Buffalo is a 1.5-point favorite, not New England.
Wait.
But same thing. I'm taking Buffalo minus 1.5. I think they win this game. The Patriots right now, I said it also wrong. They're 11-2, not 10-2. They're 11-2. There's no way they end this season with 2 losses. You know, like it's just every week I'm like, God, man, there's no way Drake May is a,
you just don't
15-2 quarterback.
I don't know. You don't believe in Drake. You don't believe in Bo.
This is the week. I think Buffalo gets him. I don't think it's going to be a pretty game by any means.
But I'm with you. I do believe in Cousin Josh.
I think Buffalo grabs him this week.
Smash.
Yeah.
I promise you, we will smash. Okay, game number 3. We're going to look at the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Couple of teams that have played some ugly football lately, but
I have been on one train this entire year.
You have. Yes, you have. You have been on the forget about Kansas City train. They're donezo. Taylor Swift ruined them. She's Yoko Ono.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm a Taylor Swift guy, so I wasn't throwing her under the bus.
All right.
Maybe they can't handle her fame. Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, this game is in Kansas City. Kansas City is a 5.5-point favorite. I'm taking the Chargers plus 5.5.
Etch it in stone?
Etch it in stone.
Okay. Chargers somehow won the other night against the Eagles. What an ugly game that was.
Not fun.
Not at all. We watched a little bit, the kids and I, we watched a little bit of it on ESPN 2, whatever had like the cartoon and did you see that? Monsters Inc. with Sully and all that?
Yeah.
They couldn't keep up with all the turnovers. Like, so it got to the point where the announcers just started making fun of the actual live game because the cartoons couldn't keep up with all the turnovers.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed
I think
that.
Herbert just needs some time for his hand to heal. I know it's sad.
Yeah.
Mike, we're on the air. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, if only he was listening, he would know better.
All right, now I'm going to go the opposite direction.
Okay.
That game is not fun. Let me give you a game that will be fun.
I want something super fun.
The Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions.
Now we're talking points.
This game points, right?
Let's talk
The
points.
over-under right now is sitting at 54.5.
Hammer it.
I'm taking the over big time, etched in stone.
Yeah! Hammer it.
Doesn't that feel like a low over-under?
I want an all-timer is what I want. I want 55-52 or something like that. Give me over 100 total points.
I think we could clear that by halftime if they really wanted to.
Let's do it.
I think Detroit with Jahmyr Gibbs, who is just going insane, and I don't have to play him this week in the playoffs, which is incredible for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the other side of the bracket, and so that's a lot of fun.
Well, that's good news.
But give me the over 54.5 in that game because that's gonna be fun. Okay, you ready for the last one?
All right, what's our last one?
The most important game of the weekend of all sporting activities takes place on Saturday at 2 p.m. On CBS.
Go on.
Go Navy! Beat Army, baby! Beat Army! Give me Navy -6. Etch it in stone.
I love that you love those games, man.
Yeah! We could take the under as well, under 38.5, because Service Academies always hit the under. This is the biggest game of the year, the Commander-in-Chief Trophy. Go Navy, beat Army.
There you go. All right, and as always, we'll have these on the socials. And as I mentioned, hey, we made it to the year 2009. We got a Facebook page, baby. Like and follow at ESPN 935 on Facebook. Follow us at The Drive 935 on Twitter and Instagram. We will have Evan's etched in stone bets for you, and always a bonus bet for you as well, which we do very well with. You do, I must say, sir. You're a home run hitter with the bonus bets.
The bonus bets have a pretty good record. The regular Etched in Stone have had it's been a rough season for Etched in Stone.
You know, it's like me against you in the Tuesday drafts is really what we're at with that. You know.
Yeah.
But I feel good about this week. I feel like there's enough time that we've invested in this. We kind of know who all these teams are. I think it's okay. I think you're in good shape.
I will say, championship week last weekend, we did every single game.
Yep.
I did pretty good.
You did.
Came out on top.
Started a little, but what a recovery you had.
Yeah, 1-3 on Friday night, and then I think I hit every single game on Saturday.
There you go. Cooper?
Except for Ohio State, Indiana. I missed that one.
Do you ever bet the occasional dollar in a parlay to try to turn it into $20 like I do?
I look into it.
He looks into it. That's good enough for me. You need to save your money for Soldier Field because you're going to imagine the layers he's going to have to take off just to get to his wallet. You know, just to get a dollar bill out of his pocket to pay for something.
Tap pay, baby.
Tap pay. Imagine the layers he's going to have to take off just so he can get his phone up to that scanner and make sure it works.
You don't even got to take layers off.
And then he's going to have to push the tip button, right? Because you got to tip.
Use your nose.
Oh, no.
Ooh, are you covering your face at all?
I probably should. Like a ski mask of some sort.
You got a bandana.
Don't tip with your... If you use your nose, didn't you see A Christmas Story? Do you know what happened to Flick?
You're not using your tongue.
Flick, well, he's going to be sweaty probably under that, and he's going to, or at least warm, and he takes it off, and the cold just going to freeze right to it. All right, that's etched in stone.
I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, that was a good batch of bets you got there for us, baby.
Hey, do we have a way for people to go to the game this weekend?
Oh, the basketball game.
Yeah.
The men's game you're talking about.
That's the one.
That's the one. 3 o'clock. You know what? As a matter of fact, we do. And today would be your last opportunity to get in the running because we're going to be contacting winners tomorrow. Illinois, Nebraska, 3 o'clock tip-off at State Farm Center. And if you would like to be there, all you got to do is text us. I see that Mark in Monticello already texted, and he knows where we're going with this. Text Illini to 217-359-2255, ILLINI to 217-359-2255. And you can win tickets for Illinois versus Nebraska this Saturday at State Farm Center. Those tickets are pretty tough to come by, but you could be there for free, courtesy of Parlor Donuts, Jets Pizza, and The Drive.
With the holiday season upon us, we at Gale Frericks Trucking would like to take time out to express our appreciation and heartfelt thanks to our drivers and support staff. We take pride in making family and safety the top priorities at GFT. This is Operations Manager Donna Onstadt, inviting all Class A CDL holders in Central Indiana and Illinois to join our family so you can provide for and spend more time with your family. We offer paid holidays and vacations, home time every weekend and holiday, the industry's top pay package, safety and operations bonuses, rider program, insurance, and more. Call 765-793-7131 or email timo@gftlog.com to join the GFT family and get pay and quality home time you can count on. 765-793-7131.
Football season has kicked in, and you can bet like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need mailbox services, we'll be the mailbox store.
What if my business isn't brick and mortar?
Easy. With our mailbox services, you'll get a real street address instead of a P.O. box.
What if I give you a big bear hug for making my day?
Then get in here, buddy.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our mailbox services. We'll hold your mail and packages in a safe location. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
When time matters, proximity counts. Fly Champaign-Urbana and start your trip on schedule. American Airlines connects you through Dallas and Chicago, linking you to business centers across the U.S. and beyond with connections to over 200 destinations. Be efficient, be connected, be home sooner. Fly Champaign-Urbana Willard Airport. Local convenience, global reach.
If you want a hand-cut, perfectly cooked filet, there's only one place to get it. The Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford. Customers rave about Donnie's fillets. So tender that you can cut it with your fork. Don't go to an ordinary steakhouse. Choose Long Branch and have it your way. Join the many people who know that it's worth the trip. The Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. And remember, there's always room for Long Branch.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Rescue workers face death every day, and far too often their families lose them while they're helping you on the road. When you see emergency lights flashing, you must slow down and move over to the far lane. That includes red, blue, and orange lights. If you hit someone on the road, you'll be charged with a felony. That means jail time. Help us keep our families safe when we're out helping yours. When the lights are flashing, use caution passing. Let's all go home safe tonight.
Brought to you by Tapman's Towing.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis, that's Evan. Happy to welcome Cooper O'Kelly into the team as well. Cooper from the Champaign Room. student at the U of I and going to be interning with us here on The Drive. So happy to have you, man. And we have discovered that you are the bravest of the three of us already because you're going to take your girlfriend to shiver in the cold on Sunday at Soldier Field. But before that happens, there's a game between the Illini and the Cornhuskers. And I know you've been doing a great job covering Illini basketball. And when we went into break, Evan mentioned, hey, let's chat it up with Cooper about what he has seen so far. So let's get into that, man. What are you expecting on Saturday? What have you liked about this Illini team so far this year? What are things you would like to see improve as we get into, deep into Big Ten play very soon?
I think the biggest thing that, I've liked as a fan and, someone who covers Illini athletics is just how diverse your scoring options are this season, where you have Keaton Wagler, you have Kylan Boswell, the Ivasiches, Stojakovic, Mirkovic. Like, you have so many guys that can score the basketball, and you saw it against the Buckeyes to start Big Ten play where Boswell and Ivasic didn't have it, so Wagler was able to step up and score 20-plus points. So I think that's definitely the biggest thing that stands out to me about this team.
What about you, sir?
Well, I'm looking at, I'm thinking back to our conversation with Ravi about, rink mast and everything runs through rink, and he's averaging 18 points a game. Nebraska right now, they have 3 guys averaging double figures. The Illini have 5. And a lot of that is because if you shut, like we saw at Ohio State, if you shut one guy down or one guy's having an off, somebody else goes off.
Yeah.
I don't think Nebraska doesn't have that. They don't have, if you shut Mass down, they don't have someone else who's going to just take over the game and win a game. It's why I feel confident going into Saturday. But I want to see that consistency still. And I don't know if we've necessarily...
Talk more about that.
Well, we've not necessarily seen that deeply so far from this team. Tennessee to Ohio State was a big jump.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big move in seeing that consistency, going from a Saturday big game to a Tuesday road game. You played well with high energy. You played smart in both games. Like, that was a big jump. Now you've got a third game in a row. Can you shoot the ball consistently? Can you show up for your third game and box out and get the loose balls and play with that energy and run up and down the floor and find good matchups and make smart passes, and that's what I'm looking for. I think that's what Coach Underwood is looking for a third straight game.
Sure.
Because that was kind of the knock at the beginning of the year. I mean, we're still in the beginning of the year. But in that stretch, as you go from Texas Tech to Alabama to UConn, is we don't know what the team is going to look like in each of those games. Even those 3 games alone, Texas Tech, Alabama, UConn, I feel like we got 3 different teams.
Oh, absolutely. I would agree 100% with that, man.
But Tennessee and Ohio State, we got the same team.
We found out with the UConn game, there's levels to this. And, okay, you just saw one of the best of the best in college basketball. So now you kind of know where you are. Now you're getting healthy. And this is not going to be quite the test you would, but I want to see just that complete team again. Yeah, it seems to be gelling quite a bit. The emergence of Keaton Wagler has been fantastic. Cooper, who's somebody else? We've talked a lot about Wagler. Who's somebody else that's jumped out to you that you're like, throw some flowers that way?
I mean, you have to always give Kylan Boswell his flowers because, on the defensive end, that is your anchor, right? Your guy that is going to go out there and shut down your opponent's best perimeter player. And without him, this defense would obviously take a major hit.
217-359-2255. Want to get your feedback on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. What are you looking forward to on Saturday between the Illini and the Cornhuskers? You know what I really, really want, sir? I don't want to hear this.
We were just doo-doo.
As long as I don't hear that post-game, I'm going to feel pretty happy about the performance. That's my goal.
I guarantee you what Illinois is going to do this Saturday.
Guarantee it. I gots to know.
Play the soundbite.
We were just doo-doo.
No, not that one.
Not that one? What's the soundbite then?
No.
Scott Frost! No, the more one.
You mean you want.
And I promise you, we will smash.
Yeah.
That's
the
one
Illini are going to smash. I think.
Good for you.
Yeah, I think we're going to do our full predictions tomorrow. But I think this is. I don't think, unlike what Ravi said, I don't think Wisconsin's a very good basketball team. I think they're okay. Are they 30 points worse than Nebraska? No. So Nebraska did play well, but I didn't think that Nebraska was going to lose that game going into last night. And then as soon as it started to unravel for Wisconsin, it just kept going, and it probably was way worse than it needed to be.
Yeah.
But I don't think Wisconsin's very good. And I don't think Nebraska has a good win yet this year. And I think the Illini are going to take it this weekend. Cooper?
I think it'll be a little closer than people think. If you look at this game on the schedule, maybe before you get to Big Ten play and before Nebraska was stringing together this kind of 10-0 run, you think of it as, we get kind of an easy game at home against Nebraska before we have to go take on Mizzou in the bragging rights game. It's kind of like an afterthought, a trap game. But now, we've seen that this is a pretty competent team with some really high-level scorers that are returning and veterans in Big Ten play. So I don't really think it's going to be as far out of reach as maybe some people might think.
217-359-2255. That's your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Also, reminder, after we're done on the drive, countdown to opening day. Not brand new, but it could be brand new to you if you are a Cardinals fan. If you're not familiar with this, countdown to opening day, 6 to 8 p.m. every Thursday, takes you inside the clubhouse of the St. Louis Cardinals, what's going on with the team during the hot stove season, and it's going to be every Thursday leading up to opening day 2026. Again, that's every Thursday night. Debuts tonight after us, 6 to 8 p.m. on ESPN 93.5. Didn't mean to switch gears. Wanted to make sure, though, that I mentioned that. And also,
winter is coming.
Winter is coming. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy. Snow tonight, 1 to 3 inches expected overnight for East Central Illinois, and then another 3 to 5 on Saturday. And then you go freeze, Cooper. I don't know if I mentioned that yet on the show.
They're already planning on not having school, having a e-learning day tomorrow for my kids.
Oh, well, good luck to you, sir.
We ain't doing e-learning. I can tell you that right now.
No, what are you going to do?
Kids can play video games. What the heck?
Good for you.
If we're having a snow day, I'm not putting my kids on a computer.
What the hell?
No?
Yeah.
Not even if they were learning?
They're not learning on a computer. I can tell you that 100%.
E-learning?
They're not e-learning. They're I can't say other words I was going to say.
Goodness gracious.
You were going to swear, weren't you?
No, I was not going to swear.
No.
You were going to swear.
Hey, Cooper, on a scale of 1 to 10, Notre Dame.
Just on what? Like, what am I?
Yeah, what is that?
What's the scale? I don't know. Just thoughts. Throw a number out right now. 1, 2, 3.
6.
Yeah, that's what I would say too.
Man, Notre Dame having an interesting day as well.
What a bunch of babies.
I tell you, that's one way to handle somebody who's having a fit, and that's why I looked at it. This was ridiculous with them backing out of any bowl games because they didn't get into the playoffs, but that upset some of the other ADs and some of the other conferences that are saying, all right, well, then you can't be on our team. You can't join us, so to speak. You won't. Well, then we won't have anything to do with you. We're not going to schedule games against you. We'll have nothing to do with you if you're going to act like this.
Notre Dame can't keep this same stance that they've always had in football. First of all, I can't imagine the NBC solo deal they have. Somebody's got to text in some stats if you can look them up. I can't imagine the solo. I'm going to let my listeners effort this.
Yeah, not Cooper.
Oh, hey, Cooper, you got a computer over there, and your computer works better than anyone else's. I want to figure out how much money is Notre Dame getting from NBC and that TV deal. It can't be more than they would get than like the Big Ten is getting from Fox.
That started in the 90s, and they were getting it was every 5 years they would get a new deal.
Yeah,
but they've had a deal in place on and off with NBC since the 90s.
And when they were the solo TV deal school, I bet it was awesome.
Oh, sure.
There's no way. Would you got something over there?
$22 million per year
for Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Okay, what's
is this still a 5-year deal, Cooper? Do you see
through 2029?
There you go. So,
what are Big Ten schools getting through their TV media rights deal?
1 sec.
Probably not $22 million a year. Just guessing. But we'll find out. Hey, Brett, are you got that?
No.
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 No. No. What the hell?
All right.
What? You're gonna have to join a conference sooner or later.
I agree with you. At some point, something like that has to happen for Notre Dame. And that's another thing. People are going back and forth. Well, here's the statement. Here's kind of the roundup while Cooper's getting his stuff in regards to what happened with Notre Dame today, because they signed a memorandum with CFP officials last spring, guaranteeing a playoff spot for top 12 finishes from 2026 onward. And then ADs from multiple conferences call it unfair. They call it favoritism for the independent program, and they threaten to drop future non-conference games with Notre Dame. Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark wants to cancel their series in 28 and 29, and Pete Bevqua, the AD for Notre Dame, defends the deal. He says it's earned protection after the committee's controversial snub. The tension tests Notre Dame's independent status amid shifting conference schedules. Here, at some point they will. If nobody's going to play you, or if they're going to be like, you know what? You're in timeout as far as we're concerned. See you later.
They've got to join a conference. Cooper, what'd you find?
Big Ten signed a 7-year, $7 billion media rights agreement with Fox, CBS, and NBC.
It's pretty good.
Does it tell you what that breakdown is for each school?
It doesn't say each school specifically. It says that tens of millions of dollars at least are going to each member school.
Well, there you go. Tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe.
I'm reading that as $50 million for every school.
Maybe that's why they keep adding schools to the Big Ten.
I'm saying
we can't be giving everybody $22 million. Here, let's just add 4 more schools.
The way that media rights deals are happening now, especially as these conferences get bigger and bigger and bigger, Notre Dame is not sitting on some sort of golden throne that they've got the media. No, like you're going to start losing out on playoff stuff. You're going to start losing out on the ins and outs of that, and you're going to be making less and less money.
217-359-2255. Feel free to chime in with your thoughts on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. I'll say one more thing about why, and I'm not saying in the immediate future, but in the next 5 to 10 years, I think the conference has got to happen, and I think it's because of TV rights deals, and you're seeing more and more consolidation with streaming now, just like you did with network television over the last 15 or 20 years. And at some point, that NBC deal, even though it is a network and NBC is not going to go away as network television, at some point it's not going to have that same value because the contracts and the rights are all going to involve streaming. Netflix just picked up Warner Brothers, and they bid to be the buyer, and it's a $78 to $82 billion with a B dollar deal if Netflix eventually buys Warner Brothers, which is what that's looking to be. And then they'd have Max and some of those streaming services as well. It's big money stuff we're talking about here, obviously, but at some point, it's going to happen. Your hand's going to get forced, I think, if you're Notre Dame. Maybe not next year, maybe not in 2027, but at some point in the next decade, that is going to happen. And maybe they go somewhere finally like the ACC where they can just beat up teams and be that number one team. And there you go. You always got a spot in the playoffs as Notre Dame.
Yeah, you know what else is going to happen?
What's going to happen, brother?
Phillip Rivers led Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers looking to start this weekend, seems to be heading that way.
Let's go.
And a fascinating line if you want to look at this and take this. The over under.
Sorry,
they will.
I didn't mean to push that button right then.
I don't. They better not with Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. But the total team points for the Colts this weekend in Seattle, 13.5.
Wait, what?
I might take the under on that bad boy.
Say that again for me.
Total team points for the Indianapolis Colts this weekend in Seattle is 13.5. Can they get 2 touchdowns against that Seattle defense?
Throw the damn ball.
Yeah, they can.
In Seattle.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. Yeah, with a Marlboro Red hanging out of his mouth. Because that's what happens. All the old guys, they all start smoking Marlboro Reds in my mind for some reason. I can't tell you why, but that's what happens.
Does he have a mustache?
No, I saw his press. He doesn't have a mustache yet, but he'll have a bunch of dirt on his face.
I think that hurts him.
No, maybe he can grow one by Sunday. 13.5 points. That's all, huh? You going to take the under?
I might
take the over on that. I don't know. I have to think about it. Eric in Pasodum says, you want to see a joke? Check out Notre Dame's schedule for next year, especially the away games. We will do that. We'll make Cooper do that because we got an intern now. Cooper O'Kelly from the Champagne Room is a part of our team. Happy to have him on. And we're going to take a quick break and then wrap up this hour next on The Drive.
This holiday season, the Tree of Hope supports DSC with your $100 donation, lighting the tree at North Prospect and Market View in Champaign. The Andersons have shared their story about Cohen, who's had a therapist help him hold his head up and take first steps. Then productive play with toys and equipment, including siblings, to make it a fun family experience filled with love and laughter. DSC's Playgroup has helped the Tree of Hope family feel a sense of community. Step up and make an impact as DSC serves approximately 1,200 people with intellectual and developmental disabilities in Champaign and Ford counties to give people a more rich and meaningful life. This nonprofit organization has a long history of providing services with a person-centered approach. You can find out about employment, community day services, home-based support, or residential services on Developmental Service Center's website. To learn more, visit dsc-illinois.org.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply.
The fastest lawnmowers Dixie Chopper dedicated diesel might have a couple left, not many.
There's not very many. They're going for awesome prices. If somebody wants to make an offer on one, we're more than happy to entertain it, and if it's in the ballpark, we'll get it worked out.
Wow, that's amazing. I know somebody heard us talking and went in last week or two and was excited because of the deal he got.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, and then they picked it up, I believe, last week, and everything is good. Andy, it was a little bit dirty. It was actually one of the low-hour trades that we had, and Andy would not let that thing go out dirty, so he made them wait a couple of days so he could get it cleaned up and washed up good. So.
Well, somebody got a deal. I know that. There are deals to be had at Dedicated Diesel, Dixie Chopper. How would they reach you on the driving side and anything about the Dixie Chopper? They call Andy, I think.
Yep, they can call Andy at 217-328-0562.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Tim Onstadt, Gale Ferrick Trucking, and Dedicated Diesel.
Hi, it's Wes from Lands Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Lands is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Lands we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Lands Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Right now, Lands is offering up to $1,500 off qualifying Trane heating and cooling systems, and combining it with utility companies' rebates and potential tax credits, now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis, that's Evan. Thanks so much for spending some of your Thursday with us. Hope it's been a good one for you. Snow on the way. Boo. Remember when you used to like snow?
No.
No. Well, never. Cooper, did you ever like snow?
I did.
You did like snow.
Sledding? Come on, can't beat it.
Come on, can't beat it, Evan Stone.
You can.
You potty pooper.
You can beat it by being warm.
Winter is coming.
Oh, I don't have headphones on.
You don't? Who does? What are you doing over there?
I'm living my best life. No, I'm trying to find The Drive on Facebook.
Winter is coming.
Go Facebook.com.
The Drive.
Nope. Facebook.com.
I'm on Facebook, the app.
/ESPN93.
What do you mean Facebook.com? It's an app.
It's a website, too. Did you know that? Did you know that Facebook was a website first?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
But if I'm on my phone, why would I ever go to a website?
Cooper, did you know that Facebook was a website first?
I did.
He did. In your face, Evan Stone. And you can find it's ESPN 93.5 on Facebook. The Drive 935 on Twitter and Instagram. That's where you can find us. You find it over there? He looks so confused right now. Are you sure you're on an app?
I have no idea actually what's happening right
he
now.
has no idea what he's doing. That's
Why is
okay.
it not? I liked it.
Phillip Rivers is not smoking anything from the 217. We'll find out, We'll see. I'm just telling you. Maybe he doesn't even have to smoke. Just got a Marlboro head hanging out of his mouth. Just looking cool.
One of those sugar sticks.
Yeah. You got a sugar stick. Yeah, that's what it is. Like the candy cigarettes that they used to sell to kids in the 90s. Yeah.
Did we find Notre Dame's football schedule for next year?
What do you got for us, Cooper? Real quick.
All right, kicking it off versus Wisconsin in Lambeau. Then you go
it's kind of fun.
Versus Rice versus Michigan State.
Well,
at Purdue, at North Carolina, versus Navy in like a neutral site. I believe it's at the Patriots Stadium. Versus Miami, versus Boston College, versus SMU, at Syracuse, versus Stanford, versus USC.
I mean,
that's not an awful schedule.
But it's not. It doesn't set the world on fire either.
No. But I think I was expecting way worse.
What were you expecting?
I think I was expecting Rice.
You expect
12 times.
They're going to play. Rice. There you go, Rice, Western Illinois. Eastern Illinois.
Ball State. They're going to go around all the Indiana schools except for the